we're live. Okay, we're gonna turn that down a little bit because that's gonna... Or is that just me? I can't tell. Oh well, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Hello and welcome to another stream of making a game. I know everyone's absolute favorite series, by far the most popular one on this channel. Who cares about City Skylines and Universe Sandbox 2? This is where it's at. But yes, hello and welcome back to Making a Game. Let's see where we're at, because lots of work has been done on this project since the last time. Oh shoot. Oh, we have to make this invisible. This is going to be slightly annoying. I'm working on inventories, if you can't tell from the title. That is the current work being done. So what have we got? So we've got our... If you can't tell, it's holding it in the hand. Wow, look at that. And you can... The rotation all works now. So you can rotate it any way you want. Yep. Lots and lots and lots of code went into that. I'm not even going to look back at that. And items! The beginning of items. This doesn't actually do anything but break blocks, but, well, it's a question mark because it doesn't actually do anything. But that's pretty much to the extent to which things that I really have to fix that. Maybe we should fix that right now. Yeah, that's something we're going to fix. If you were not looking at any... Oh, Unity. Why? Why? Why do you have to do this? You're so mean to me, Unity. That's fine. Also, happy 31,000 subscribers. It's been a day since we hit 30,000, so you guys are actually going insane. What the... Oh. That was quite interesting. So let's quickly fix what has to be fixed. We have to make it so that that hologram disappears when you're not actually looking already at anything. That shouldn't be too hard to do. I have too many scripts. Geez, I've done way too much. That should be under player. Yeah, modify terrain. This project is getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more complicated as we go, but that's good. Nothing better than getting complicated, you know? That's the fun of making stuff. It gets really complicated and then you don't understand what you're doing anymore. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the stream. If you guys just hopped on, this is just basically programming a game. If you can't tell from the thumbnail, it's in Unity. I'm using Unity beta so that I get fancy features, but it also is a little bit buggy, and by a little bit buggy, it's crashy as heck with what I'm doing. I'm sure it's mostly related to the fact that I'm doing things that really are like ridiculous. Voxel is just the most intense you can get. Oh, let's get rid of this. So here's our script, and what we need to do is if where's my if statement? That's if block is if physics.raycast else, and then we just do we have something that disables it somewhere because I was smart. There we go. Oh shoot, that's not the right else statement. What am I doing? Okay. So if it hits it and... Oh man. Okay. If... I need to check a few things here to make sure I'm doing this properly. We can just steal a little bit of code. Do we already know what the item is by here? Possibly. I'll take that as a yes. If item is a block, then nope, it doesn't know a hollow. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just We will do this the easy way, because to find out what item is, we just have to do item equals item, what is it called? What is it called? I'm forgetting my own code. This is a problem. Item types. Item types dot item list. And then we just have to go into the item list in item selected ID. And that should be good. If item is a block, then set active true. Aha, that should work. Okay, give me a moment to explain the craziness I just did while I also get this playlist on again because I didn't have it. There we are. Okay. So basically now when you aren't actually looking at anything, it should shut off the hologram. Oh, you inventory. Go away. We're gonna be messing with you in just a moment. Just a momento. Okay. Now, if we look, yeah, it disappears. You see that? And then it comes back. So if you go away and then it's an item and then you come back, it won't come back. Okay, so that works perfectly fine. So if we're building our head house and for some reason we aren't looking at a block, it goes away. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm liking that. That makes it slightly less atrocious. Okay, so that's good. Look at that nice shadow down there with the question mark. We flip. Shadows, have fun. Don't crash. Okay, good job, Unity. I'm proud of you. So, there's 3 parts to an inventory, and we're making an inventory. So, guess what? We're going to be using those 3 parts. And let me explain with my beautiful paint. Yes, we could use Photoshop, but that's just, it takes way too load for something like this. Okay, so we got our block. So let's say we've got our nice storage container. Yeah, this is real fancy. And let's put some detail on it. Yeah, there's your storage container. And let's say you click on it. Well, the block isn't the inventory. The block has an inventory in it, an inventory script, which I need a pen to do this. I need a fourth touch screen to write on. Yes. And then that has to interact with the actual inventory object. And then each slot needs to know what they hold. That's the basics of what we're doing right now. And it also needs to go in the other direction for communicating between the inventory and the block. For, like, let's say if the block does something when certain things enter the inventory. Yeah. So, all fun, lots to do, and let's just close this. Don't save. And where were we? This isn't my problem, is it? This is my problem. If item is not equal to null as well, that's something we need to put in so that we don't get errors. Yes, there we go. No errors. 0 errors. If you've been watching PewDiePie, you'd get that reference. Zero deaths as well, because it's kind of impossible to die in this game at the moment, so 0 deaths. Also, I think, why Unity? Why? I know you're beta, but just stop dying on me, please. Please, Unity. Oh, putting this over here covers the sub count. Okay, so I'll put this on the right screen then. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Okay, so let's just make sure that spits out no errors now, because oof, going down when it's at. Okay, we need to actually watch this because I've been having trouble with this for a while, so I'm actually. Okay, so we start out at item selected ID Z. No, you don't. No, you don't. You start at 1. Oh, because it's public, that's the entire... I am dumb. That should have been so easy to find that problem. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, that's such an easy thing to fix because it was here I needed to change it, not in the code. Okay, well, that's a solution, isn't it? And then at the same time, we need to also have it render the item when it starts. Not build hollow, hand item dot set new item, not set new yes, set new item. No, not set new. What am I doing? What does this do? Hand item. See, like I said, when it gets really complicated, you occasionally confuse yourself with your own code. Oh, that's in... Oh, okay. Yeah. It was that entire method I have to use. Okay, and then ID, item, selected ID. So then right when it starts, it'll have something in your hand instead of invisibility. Yeah, so good job, me. Please don't have an error. Hey, that's what we wanted. Okay, so that's working. So all those problems are now fixed. That's been something that's been like, it doesn't crash the game, but I hate getting errors, so. Now part 2. It's a fun part. Are there guns in the game? No, but well, not at the moment. I'm not adding items right now. I'm first doing inventory. Could you please shut up, Unity? Please, thank you. If you say please, there's a 2% chance the code will actually listen. So we're going to close all of these scripts that we aren't actually messing with right now because, oh, this is my favorite one because this I didn't think I'd be able to do and then I managed to do it anyways. Okay, item type, yep, item hand, yep, world, that's not important, who needs a world, block type, item test, block, inventory, an inventory object. Well, we're just gonna reopen those anyways. So let's go to inventory. This is going to be under code, interfaces, and then we're gonna make another folder because inventory has so many different things. I can't even spell. Good job, me. 10 out of 10. We're gonna put all the inventory things. Here's the 3 components of an inventory. They're in inventory. So now, we need to do magic. This is where things get slightly complicated because we need to interact with a lot of different things. So let's open all the scripts. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so I already set up simple stuff like getting item stacks and setting item stacks and moving them around, but things now get more complicated because, so we've got the item storage, which the block has access to. We have the game object for the inventory, which is that actually, I guess, okay, should be renamed to open inventory because we don't actually need an constructor, public void open inventory, and then it makes it, yeah. Now inventory slot and inventory object are the ones we want to mess with. So inventory slots are going to mess with the picture on your mouse, which I need to open a few reference documents. Unity, set mouse icon, I think that's it. I've done this before. Set cursor, there we are. Okay, so when you, Joel, calm down, Okay, one moment. Okay, so what should be handling the mouse? That should be the object, because if you close it, Yeah, if you close it, it gets rid of it. Okay. So now we have to do a few things. We have to do public texture 2D mouse icon. What else do we need? We're going to need public bool holding item to know if your mouse is currently holding an item. Public item stack, held stack, and trying to think of everything we're going to need. We should be good with that, honestly. Okay, so we have to do some magic now. We need to have the inventory know when it's clicked, when each slot is clicked. So we have to enable this. Turn in a direction. Why can't I see it now? Why are you invisible? Are you trying to be edgy, or do I just have you set to nothing? This may be an issue, maybe. Okay, this is an issue. It could be coming from the fact that we actually... Oh. Well, that seemed to snap it back into place by actually moving something. So this is technically a button, so if we click it in the game... Yeah, look at that. That is high-quality button pressing with an icon there. You see that? That is perfection right there. So it is already a button, but what we need to do is give it a method for handling when it's pressed. So, public void onClicked. This is what it'll basically run when it's clicked. Simple, yeah. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to go to the slot, and then we have to go to the button, and then we have to do onClick, and then we have to actually give it something to do. Editor and run, no, runtime only. Then we need to go to... Why are you being dumb? No, 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 no. There should be way more options than that, my friend. Why are you not letting me choose Mr. Yourself? Yourself? Why can't you see yourself? Something is not right now. Okay, that's fine. Slot. Do you have the slot script on you? Yes, inventory slot. Inventory object. This should be set to itself as well. Oh, does this even have the inventory object script on it? No, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. That should be there. The slot. This should be set to inventory main. Yes, there we go. And we need to go... This is not right. But I can probably just drag it in, actually. Yes! That's a thing I can do. Okay, so onClicked. So now when I click it, it'll run onClicked. Beautiful. Unity is one of the... People make fun of Unity because the only games you see where it says made in Unity are the bad ones. But let's talk about games made in Unity. Actually, I can list like 80... Let's look through my Steam library and see which of the games were made in Unity. Let's see. 7 Days to Die was made in Unity. Pretty sure Ace of Spades was made in Unity. Nintendo was made in Unity. Anti-Chamber, I think, is Unreal. I don't know what Arma 3 was made in, or Awesome Knots. BeamNG Drive made their own engine. I think Brickrids uses Unity. But let's just go to the big one. City Skylines is made in Unity. Rust is made in Unity. Kerbal Space Program is made in Unity. Universe Sandbox 2 is made in Unity. Space Engineers is made in Unity. Surgeon Simulator is made in Unity. Universe Sandbox 1's made in Unity. My point is, if the only people who make bad games in Unity are people who just make bad games in general, it's not the engine's fault. Blame the creator, not the engine. Okay, unclicked. We need to make actually do something. So, if... Oh, jeez. Private bool holding item. Public bool is holding item. Return holding item. And what else do we need? Public bool set holding item bool value holding item equals value. Give us a few more things we can use. Why are you complaining? Oh, shoot. This should be void. We aren't returning anything here. Okay, so unclicked. What do we have to do? If is holding item. If this slot has an item in it. Oh, that sounds really... No, holding isn't a good word for this. Has item is probably... We're actually not going to mess with this. We're just going to make a public bool. There's no need to get really fancy here. This is pretty simple. Okay, so if has item, because that won't get as confusing. If this has an item and the inventory isn't holding an item, this isn't a method anymore. So if this has an item in it and you aren't already holding actually, if you are already holding something, it should swap it. Okay, you know what? I need to write out how this is going to work. Do I? I can probably just code this as I go. I should be fine. Okay. If this has an item, this is moving between these is going to be extremely fun. Held stack. Okay, so we have to swap what this is holding, what the slot is holding, and what the person's holding. If this has an item in it and the person is holding an item. Okay, if this doesn't have an item and they're holding an item, let's start with that. It puts their item in here. So set stack inventory object dot holding item. Okay, easy. That's a bool. That is not the actual item. Dot held item, held stack. Yeah, this is getting real complicated. Very fun. This shouldn't be here. Okay, set stack to that, and then inventory object dot set. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This This is good. This is very good. Thanks, X-Bomber. I know, 63 watching as I confuse myself. Okay, so set slot and get slot. This doesn't really need this because the slots kind of handle themselves, but it's still useful if anyone wants to make an inventory themselves, or something that interacts with the inventory, so I won't complain. So we've got the held stack, but we have to set held stat. No, it's not necessary. I really want to overcomplicate this, but I can just dot held stack equals null. Oh no, I do need something, because if I do that, it won't update the... Oh geez. Public void set held stack. Item stack. Okay, this is where fun happens. If stack equals null, so if there's nothing held, we're gonna make the mouse normal, else it'll make it into what you're holding. If stack equals shoot. I can't set that to null because it's a struct. If stack dot, here we go. We'll just do if stack dot get size equals 0, which would basically mean it's nothing because it doesn't actually have any items in it. So if the item stack doesn't have anything in it, then do this. Else, we're going to do texture to the mouse icon equals stack dot get item dot get item dot get icon, and that'll give us the correct icon. Okay, thank God I've already programmed that in. So if it equals 0, we need a icon to be the default mouse. So Photoshop or Paint.net, what are we gonna use for this? I just need to make a mouse icon. This shouldn't be too complicated. But this is... What am I gonna use? I'm gonna use Paint.net because I don't need the fanciness of Photoshop. Okay, so we have to make this look very nice. It's got a... How big is the mouse icon? Let's see how big a Windows mouse icon is. Windows mouse icon size. I don't know what the resolution of this... I could actually probably count the pixels on it if I leaned in really far. Kind of like 10 by 10. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make ours 16. Actually, we'll keep it like everything else in the game. We'll do 32 by 32, and we'll resize it if it's too big. So we have our high resolution mouse, and now we have to actually design what pointer looks like. Art mode activated, I guess. Okay, that's already terrible. So we need to find where the corner is and where we're going to start it. We'll start it here. It's all good. We'll start it here. 4. I am not an artist. This isn't gonna end out looking like a pointer at all. This is way too big. that would have looked good if I did it, like, on a very small size. Whoosh. Yeah. That is horrible. Okay, so we're going to... I mean, I can see how it would work as a pointer, but that is still terrible. I think... maybe... I don't know. Opinions? Opinions, we need a bit of... I need a little bit of help here. I'm not a mouse icon designer. No, if we expand this... nope, that's much worse. So, image, resize, and we're gonna do... Heck, even if we did 8 by 8. If the stream is lagging, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that fits perfectly. Oh, look at that, 8 by 8. Beautiful. That is wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna save this. Cursor on my desktop. Save. Bam. This is going pretty well. I mean, it's not a perfect icon by any means, but you know, it works. Okay, so we need to move this somewhere. This needs to go somewhere. Where is a good the question? Yes, is a good ask. Is a good ask. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Add shadow on it. Yeah, I will do that at some point. We're just going to keep things simple at the moment. Textures. Cursor. So now we just have to, texture shape. Default. No, sprite. 2D and UI, yeah. So we're gonna set it as that. There we go. Cursor, it's all happy now. It's all wait, it needs to be a raw image. Never mind. For us to mess with it like this, we just have to... Alpha's transparency, generate mats. That's not necessary at all. Filter mode, point, and that should be fine. However, I cannot actually look at how it... Yes, I can. Yeah, if we go to this icon here, we can set it to... Woo, look at that. That's great. Okay. So now that I'm done going mentally insane, we're actually going to make another class to handle the mouse, because I just realized the menu and stuff is going to mess with it. So instead of that all messing with each other, we're going to create another script, mouse controller, because simplicity is not key apparently. Public static class, because this thing can just always be there. We don't need instances of it. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So now we do the fun part of looking at Unity documents and figuring out how to use it to our advantage. Mouse icon Unity. Okay, so public void reset mouse texture. Public static, because it's a static class. There we go. And then we're going to have private texture. Actually, we'll make it public. Why not? Actually, we can do private texture 2D so that no one accidentally messes with it. Default icon private static because it's a static class. Yes, gotta remember that. And then we can do static mouse controller. And in here we do what we want to happen when it starts. So we do default icon equals resources dot load, and this is going to have to be as a texture 2D. Resources dot load. That's just going to be textures slash, or is it resources textures? It's just under textures, right? And then I called it cursor. Okay, resources dot load slash textures slash cursor, and then that'll load up the cursor icon when the script starts. Reset mouse texture, and then we just have to do a little bit of Unity magic. Cursor dot set cursor default icon, and there's fancy stuff we can do. The offset from the top left to use as the target point. Yeah, we're just gonna keep that at new vector 2 0 0, and then cursor mode dot auto, because we're not gonna mess with anything like that because we aren't that fancy. So we're going to go to, holy, what the actual subs? What? Okay, I am not one to complain. It looks like what? It looks like Social Blade had a little hiccup there. That was interesting. Well then, okay. Jeez. Okay, so going back to what we were doing, what happened? I gained like 20-something subscribers in 1 second according to Social Blade. Thank you, Social Blade. Okay, that was interesting. Let's go back and actually like do something. So we have to make it do this when the game starts, of course. In the world class, even though it really shouldn't be used for this, we're kind of abusing the heck out of the world class. The world class is currently handling everything starting, so after we build the texture atlas and do all that important stuff, we'll set this. Mouse controller dot reset mouse texture. Bam. And now when we press play, what will happen? Who knows? It could just crash. That is... Oh, so the mouse on default is hidden, isn't it? That's probably my fault. How do I show the mouse? Yeah, that's probably something that we should do, make it so that you can actually show the mouse in-game. Public static void set mouse visibility bool value, so you can either make it visible or invisible, and then we just do cursor dot set dot visible equals value, and then if we go over to world, we can just do a quick test. Mouse controller dot set mouse visibility true, and now we should be able to see the mouse. Should. This is no promise. Hey, I can't see the mouse. Or it's just stuck under this amazing target we've got going on here. But I don't think that's the problem. We can move the target out of the way. We can make it invisible. No. There is no mouse. Unity, you are lying to me. This is un issue. Okay, that's fine. Why are you invisibling the mouse, Unity? Can I please ask that question? Mouse controller, Okay. Let's see what else we can do with the mouse, because that doesn't seem to be doing what we need to do. Cursor dot set cursor. We already have that. Lock state. Public. Oh, static. Void. Set. Mouse. Lock state. Mouse lock state. This is cursor lock mode. And then we just do cursor dot lock state equals mode. Yeah, good job. Okay, now world. Hey world. Here you are, and we're just going to do that. A third thing that's totally necessary. Mouse controller dot set mouse lock state. Mouse lock cursor lock mode dot confined. Now it can move. Yeah, that should work. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna be slightly concerned. Please work. You are not working, you piece of... Maybe it's because we're in the editor. 1 second, let's build the game. This may take a few minutes, but if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'm going to get slightly concerned. Slight concernment. I think the new City Skylines video is up, so if you're interested, go watch that, because... Okay, come on, you're loading, man. You can do it. Unity, I believe in your compiling prowess, if you can call it that. Honestly, my only real complaint about Unity is their god-awful garbage collector, but I've been able to avoid that by just programming in an intelligent way. So, by using a lot of pools and stuff, you're fine. However, on mobile, you may have a little bit more problems with that. Just a little bit. It's fine. We're doing fine. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it. Stream, video, whatever you want to call this. And thank you for following me on my journey in creating this game. We are in the process of some beautiful, beautiful loading. Absolutely amazing loading. Loading. Loading, loading, loading. Can someone make me a loading song, please? Just like something I can play while waiting for things to load. Let's look at the Discord while we're waiting. Streamer mode is enabled. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, come on, right when I go to the Discord. Yeah, this is our magical Discord, Spook Vooper. You can join it in the description of this stream, or I'll give you all a special invite link, because we're always looking. Ah! No, we don't want to go into that. That was almost bad. Okay, set this link to never expire. There's your link to join our Discord, where we have memes, bots, game development, and just random stuff that, if you're bored, is not complete cancer. Well, that's a lie. Okay, come on, work. Oh no, why don't we have a mouse cursor? I am extremely angry about this. I'm going to run across the world. Wow, we're getting 110 FPS. That's not bad, considering I haven't actually started optimizing yet. Yeah. Let's just, because I'm disappointed, we're just going to dig a hole really fast. Can I can't click faster than I fall. That's kind of disappointing. Because the acceleration of fall. Oh no, we've dug down. Now you can dig down forever, so I'm kind of dead now. It's over. This is the end of me. Goodbye. I'm going to just continually fall. Okay, let's get. Yeah, I can click it. Look at that. That's pretty great. Okay, we're gonna turn this off because this is not working. Unity, let's see. I'm gonna stop blaming Unity because this is my own problem now. Oh, okay, that may be it. Okay, ready? Here we go. Screen dot show dot curse. Oh, are you lying to me, Unity? This must be an older version. This hell. So this is not very helpful to us. DPI. Heh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We will figure this out. Oh. Or it may be... We will figure this out. Here it is. So we just have to do... Okay, fine. This is going to be slightly more complicated. Okay. So... Can we just unlock the cursor here, or is that going to get cancerous? Okay, so you were not... That is quote-unquote better, but we are still having issues. Notably, the image for the mouse is not what we want it to be. Unless this is null. Let's just do public void initialize. Because then I'm actually sure that this is working. Public static. Okay, so jumping back to our world, we just have to do mouse controller dot initialize. And now, ta-da! Please, come on, you can do it. Oh no, you're not working. Who would have thought? So this is slightly worrying. I don't like it when things aren't working, especially when they're so small. We're kind of wasting time doing this. Texture 2D. Where are you? Textures, cursor. This is interesting. We're having trouble here. We are actually having trouble. If default icon equals null, logger dot log to console log mode dot full failed to find cursor log type dot critical. I'm not sure if that's really a critical warning, but we're gonna set it as that anyways. Now if we have a critical warning pop up in the console, aha! There's our problem. Failed to find cursor. Okay. So what's the problem? It's not seeing it. So there's something wrong here, which can probably be mitigated by jumping over to our atlas, where this is actually working properly. Atlas builder, and copying this. Resources, solid textures, done. That's kind of what we did, question mark? That's exactly what we did. What? Okay, there must... Oh, is it the slash? Maybe it's the slash. Maybe there should not be a slash at the... Did I put a slash at the beginning here? No, I didn't. Okay, that may be it. Maybe it's the slash. Aha. So this is not good. I'll admit it, something is wrong here. But it's working somewhat. What is it even doing? There's something wrong with our cursor. Let's find it. Clamp point. Maybe if we set it as this, it'll work better. Nope, that's still pretty bad. It's just a square. Why are you just a square? What are you doing with your life, you square? Oh no. Oh, cursor. Hey, that's probably what we're supposed to use. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. We've got our custom cursor. Oh, good. Good job. Okay, so then we just have to clamp, point, no filter. Wait, no filter, and it's that blurry? Something is not right here. Compression, none. It's 8 by 8. I don't think it needs compression. That is blur. That is real blur right there, and it's kind of big. Can we change the cursor size? Cursor dot size. Are there overloads? What? Okay. So this means that we're going to have to modify our texture a little bit. I know, this is This is pretty horrible because it was so nice. Yeah, we're having a little bit of success, so it's okay. It's okay. Okay, cursor.png. This is the one we want to mess with. Bop, 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 bop. Open with paint.net, not Adobe Photoshop. That's not necessary. Oh, is that the one from the desktop, or am I'm gonna have to drag it again, aren't I? Yep. Okay, that's fine. So what do we have to do? We have to do image, canvas size, go from the center out, and then we'll do, I don't want to make it too small. 20 by 20. And then we just have to get rid of all the white. And now that's gonna be like that. That should be good. Okay. And then we just have to save it. Replace this one. Plop that in. Get it. Set it as a cursor. Nope. No filter. Nope. 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 Wait, what? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just clicking things that I really shouldn't be. That should be good. Okay. Come on. Please don't look terrible. Oh, that works. That looks blurry still. I'm not liking the blurriness there. Clamp both. Something is not right with this. Don't use compression. You're on point. You shouldn't be filtering that. You're triggering me. Okay, you know what? The cursor works. I think we can click things. That's basically the point. Okay, so now we have to do slightly more complicated stuff. No, that should work. Okay. So now we just have to make it so that we can move items from one stack to another, which means we need 2 slots to start testing with. So let's just add another slot. We can literally get this slot and then copy and paste it over here. And then we'll just name this one slot 2. It should have everything correct. Yep, that should be fine. That's good. That's good. Okay, so that's all good. It copied correctly. Why is it not white though? Okay, so these work. And then we're going to put an item from one into the other. That's our goal. So will it work? No clue. No clue whatsoever. But let's get started. Okay, so when we click slot, unclicked, set stack to the held stack, if they're not, okay, if it doesn't have an item and they're holding something, and then, okay, then inventory object dot set held stack new item stack item test 0. Oh no, we have to do item list dot item types dot. It doesn't really matter what we set here, so we'll just set its item test. And then it'll at least show a question mark if we screw something up. So that's fine. Okay, else if has item and inventory object dot holding so if this has an item and the hand isn't holding anything, then it'll place it into it. But first I need to look at a little bit of overhead. If it's set to 0, the mouse icon and then this needs to do mouse controller dot set. Oh shoot. Okay, we need to add another one. Public static void set mouse icon texture 2D text vector 2. I don't even offset. That's offset in cursor mode. And then we literally just do this, but with the operators. So we just have to do text offset and cursor mode, just mode. Okay, good. That's work. Now we go here, mouse controller dot set mouse icon yeah. I don't know why I got confused there. Mouse icon new vector 2 0 0 cursor mode dot auto. Bam. So it'll set the icon, but if you set it to have nothing in it, mouse controller dot reset mouse texture, and it'll set it to the normal, and that's all good. Okay, that's something. Now the inventory slot. If it has an item and it's not holding anything and it's clicked, set stack new. Can I just set stack null? Is that something I can do? No, I can't. New item stack. Item types dot item test. I may make an empty one later, but that's okay. It's fine. Set the icon, set the stack, and then, but we have to do that after we give it inventory object dot set held stack, and we have to set it to get stack. Bam. And then here, if get stack dot get size is greater than 0. So if it actually has anything, that else icon dot texture equals null. Bam. The work is being done. Now, one of these has to start with something. So we're just going to, we have to be able to mess with these, don't we? Shoot, shoot, shoot. Huh. How are we going to do this? Maybe we'll start the handout with holding something. Okay, so inventory object. Holding item equals true. And then this is holding item equals true. And then we have to equals new item stack. Item types dot item test. And we'll say there's 10. For testing purposes, that should work fine. Oh, you know what? Even better, because it'll set the mouse icon and stuff. We're gonna change this once again. We're just going to do this in start. Public void start. Set held stack. New item stack. Item types dot item test 10, and that should do magic for us. We should be holding item test when it starts. Should. Oh yeah, that didn't come out right. Okay. Invalid texture used for cursor. Okay, so that's an issue. That is an issue. But we will figure this out. Okay, so they need to be read-write enabled apparently, which it is. What? What? Do I have to set you as cursor? No, that's annoying. I'm not doing that. Maybe we shouldn't even do the cursor. Maybe we should just have it, the cursor, and have a texture that follows it, but that's unnecessary. I've done this before. Okay, we just have to add a few more steps and we should be fine. You know what? We're just going to do a little bit more code in here. Inventory object, when we get the icon, mouse icon equals that. Okay. Texture 2D text equals that. Now we have to modify the texture before feeding it in. Text dot oh, this is gonna be fun. We may have to do a little bit more fanciness than I originally wanted. Text new equals new texture 2D. That's not what we have to do. That's frustrating, because I know that's not actually what we have to do. I need to go over to Atlas because I messed with this stuff before, and here you have to do filter mode, Anissa level, blah, but where did I set it to ARGB? I did that somewhere. New texture 2D, length texture format. Okay, so you can only do that when creating a new one. Okay, we can mess with that, that's fine. Texture 2D, text new, equals new, texture 2D, 32, texture format dot cursor. No, what does it use for a cursor? I have no clue. Yeah, that's gonna murder me. I'm going to figure this out. What does it use for the cursor? Resources, textures. What are you using here? Oh, you don't tell me. You don't tell me. So what settings do I have to set this to? This is frustrating. Do this again, get the error again, because it's gonna complain and it's gonna be all weird. Yeah. That is not what we want. Meh. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so this is going to be fun. Here, this person says all the things we need to do. So, texture 2D, text new equals new texture 2D, 32 by 32, and ARGB 32, false no bitmaps, and then we just have to do text new dot set pixels 32, and then all we have to do is text dot get pixels 32. So just copying the pixels over, text new dot read write should already be enabled on that. Obviously transparency equals true. Text new dot We already have map's fault. That should work. That should work, I say, but that doesn't mean it will work. Aha! It does work. Look at that. Just doing some texture manipulation. That's all simplicity. So we're going to... This is so overkill right here. Public. Texture 2D. Build mouse icon. And we're just going to copy all this over here. Or we'll just make it void. Item stack. And then we can do build mouse icon. Stack. Then we set the mouse icon. Good. Much simpler. Now we just have to go over to inventory slot. And on set stack, set icon is pushed, which if the size is greater than 0, the icon is set to that. That doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up now. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. And that's a lot of work done on the inventory side of things. We'll continue working on it, but some functionality done, and it'll probably only be another like one stream until it's all working. Believe it or not, it gets simpler as it goes. As little bits and pieces are put in, it gets faster. So, bye. If I can actually shut everything down properly. Unity, thank you for not crashing for a while. I do appreciate it. Poof.